Hello Internet, welcome to Game Theory. Today we're diving deep into one of gaming's biggest franchises, Grand Theft Auto. What if I told you the entire series, from Liberty City to Los Santos, isn't real? What if it's all just a dream? A very long, very violent dream happening inside the head of one character. That character is Carl C.J. Johnson from San Andreas. Think about it for a second. The theory starts with a simple, overlooked moment. Early in San Andreas, CJ gets a call from his old friend, Cesar Villalpando. He needs to go check on his sister Kendall's new boyfriend. So he goes to a lowrider meeting. Things get tense. And then, wham! He gets knocked out cold with a crowbar. That head injury, theorists, is the key. That single blow could be the catalyst for everything that follows. What happens after you suffer a major head trauma? You could fall into a coma. And in that coma, your brain could create a world. A vast, detailed, and endless world to keep itself busy. This is where our theory really takes off. The moment CJ hits the pavement is the moment his reality ends and the dream begins. Everything that happens afterward in San Andreas, the rise to power, the betrayals, the ridiculous jetpack heists, it's all a fabrication. It's his mind trying to make sense of the chaos of his life, but distorted through the lens of a coma dream. The story becomes his brain's way of processing his guilt, his ambitions, and his fears, all while he's lying unconscious somewhere in a Los Santos hospital bed. This explains why the world of San Andreas feels so strange and exaggerated. CJ, a guy who just got back to town with nothing, suddenly becomes a pilot, a casino owner, a government agent, and a rap mogul. Does that sound realistic to you, or does it sound like a power fantasy? It's exactly the kind of story a person would dream up to feel important and in control. He conquers every gang, wins every race, and gets revenge on everyone who ever wronged him. It's the perfect life, because it's designed to be. His brain is giving him the ultimate escape from his grim reality. A world where he is the hero of his own unbelievable story. So, the next time you play San Andreas and steal a military jet from Area 69, ask yourself, is this really happening? Or is this just the first chapter in a long, sprawling dream? The evidence doesn't stop here. This single event, this one knockout blow doesn't just explain San Andreas, it sets the stage for the entire GTA universe. Every game that follows, every new city and every new protagonist could simply be a new layer of CJ's subconscious. He isn't just dreaming about his own life, he's dreaming up a whole new world, with new people and new problems. But as we'll see, they all have a little piece of CJ inside them. Now, let's talk about the world of GTA itself. One of the biggest clues that this is all a dream is what I call dream logic. In a dream, things don't have to make sense. You can fall from a skyscraper and walk away. You can get into a massive shootout with the police. And, a few minutes later, they completely forget who you are. Sound familiar? This is the core gameplay loop of every Grand Theft Auto game. You can cause absolute mayhem, get a 5-star wanted level, and then simply hide in an alley or repaint your car. Suddenly, it's like it never happened. That's not how the real world works, but it's exactly how a dream works. The rules are flexible because the dreamer makes them. Think about the characters and missions. They're often bizarre and over the top. You have characters like The Truth, a hippie who has you stealing a jetpack from a top-secret military base, or the missions in Vice City where you're working for a lawyer who is paranoid about everything. Or, what about GTA 5, where you literally have to steal a submarine using a cargo helicopter? These events are not grounded in reality. They are fantastical scenarios, the kind of things that a mind, free from the constraints of logic, would invent for entertainment. The world of GTA operates on the rule of cool, not the rule of law or physics. It's a playground where the impossible becomes possible, because it's all happening inside someone's head. Another piece of evidence is the world's strange lack of consequence. No matter how many people you hurt or how much property you destroy, the world resets. Buildings are never permanently destroyed. Key characters, unless they die in a cutscene, are essentially immortal. You can shoot them, run them over or blow them up, and they'll be just fine moments later. This isn't a game mechanic, theorists. It's a dream mechanic. In a dream, the world is persistent, but not permanent. It rebuilds itself because the dreamer's mind needs the setting to remain stable for the next part of the story. The world exists only to serve the narrative that CJ's mind is weaving for itself. Finally, consider the physics and the NPCs. People walk in repetitive loops, cars appear out of thin air. You can survive injuries that would be instantly fatal in real life. These aren't just technical limitations of older games. This pattern continues even in the newest titles. This is the subconscious mind filling in the details. It doesn't need to create a perfect simulation of reality. It just needs to create something that is good enough to be believable for the dreamer. The weird, illogical, and often hilarious glitches and behaviors in GTA aren't bugs. They are features of the dream world, showing us the cracks in CJ's constructed reality. If the GTA universe is one long dream, then why do the stories feel so similar? Why do we keep returning to the same cities, like Liberty City and Los Santos? This is where we need to talk about the sleep loop. When you're in a long-term sleep state, like a coma, your brain can get stuck in repetitive cycles. It replays themes, scenarios, and memories over and over again. This perfectly explains the structure of the Grand Theft Auto series. Each game is a new loop, a retelling of a familiar story. The rise from nothing, the betrayal by a close friend, and the violent climb to the top of the criminal underworld. It's the same core fantasy, just with a new coat of paint. Think about it. In GTA 3, an unnamed protagonist is betrayed and left for dead. In Vice City, Tommy Vercetti is set up and must build a new empire from scratch. In San Andreas, CJ is betrayed by his closest friends, Big Smoke and Ryder. In GTA 4, Nico Bellic is searching for the man who betrayed his army unit. And in GTA 5, Michael DeSantis' past betrayal of his crew is the central conflict. Do you see the pattern? It's the same story, again and again. This isn't lazy writing. This is CJ's mind, stuck in a loop, processing the ultimate betrayal he experienced from his friends in the Grove Street families. Each new game is his subconscious trying to work through that trauma. This sleep loop also explains why the cities themselves feel like dreamlike versions of real places. The Liberty City of GTA 3 is a dark, gritty, and simplified version of New York. The Liberty City of GTA 4 is far more detailed and realistic. It's as if CJ's mind is getting better at dreaming, adding more detail and complexity with each new loop. The same goes for Los Santos. The version in San Andreas is a sprawling, cartoonish take on 90s California. The one in GTA 5 is a hyper-realistic, satirical take on modern-day Los Angeles. The dream is evolving, becoming more vivid and complex over time, but the core locations remain because they are tied to CJ's real-world memories. Furthermore, the loop explains the strange timeline of the series. The games jump around in time. We go from the 90s, San Andreas, to the 2000s, GTA 3, to the 80s, Vice City, and then to the modern day, GTA 4 and 5. Dreams don't follow a linear timeline. They jump between past, present, and imagined futures without any warning. This chronological chaos is a huge clue. CJ's mind isn't trying to tell a single linear story. It's pulling from different memories and influences, 80s gangster movies, 90s hip-hop culture, modern-day news, and blending them all together into a series of disconnected, repeating dream cycles. So, if this is all CJ's dream, who are all these other protagonists? Are they just random people? No. The theory suggests they are all alter egos of CJ himself. They are different facets of his personality, created by his subconscious to explore different parts of his psyche. Each protagonist represents a different aspect of CJ's own inner conflict. They are all, in a way, Carl Johnson. For example, Claude from GTA 3 is silent and emotionless. He is CJ's rage and ambition, stripped of all personality. He is a pure force of revenge, representing the part of CJ that wants to lash out at the world without having to think or feel. He is CJ's inner anger, given a body. Then you have Tommy Vercetti from Vice City. Tommy is charismatic, ambitious, and hungry for power. He represents the man CJ wishes he could have been. While CJ was always loyal to his family and his neighborhood, Tommy is purely selfish. He builds an empire for himself and trusts no one. This is CJ's mind exploring a different path. What if he hadn't cared about Grove Street? What if he had just focused on getting rich and powerful? Tommy is CJ's fantasy of ultimate control and success, set in a bright, neon-soaked 80s world that represents a more glamorous and less complicated time. Nico Bellic from GTA 4 is perhaps the most interesting alter ego. He is a weary, cynical immigrant, haunted by his past, and disillusioned with the American dream. Nico represents CJ's guilt and regret. Like CJ, who feels responsible for his brother's death, Nico is haunted by the soldiers he lost. He is the part of CJ that is tired of the violence and recognizes the emptiness of a criminal life. Nico's story is a darker, more realistic take on the GTA formula, suggesting that as the coma deepens, CJ's dream is becoming more melancholic and self-aware. He's starting to question the very fantasy he has created. Finally, the trio from GTA 5 represents a fractured psyche. Michael is the retired criminal who, like CJ, is trying to escape his past but keeps getting pulled back in. He is CJ's desire for a normal family life. Franklin is the young, ambitious gang member who wants to move up in the world, just like CJ at the start of San Andreas. And Trevor is CJ's pure, unrestrained ID. He's all the chaotic, violent, and insane impulses that CJ has to suppress. Together they form a complete picture of CJ's conflicted mind. This theory doesn't just connect the games, it gives them a powerful, unified narrative. The entire GTA saga becomes the tragic, epic, and unending dream of Carl Johnson. But hey, that's just a theory. A game theory. Thanks for reading.